Hello and welcome back to my kazon fighter build. So, on the last video I was talking about what I wanted to do with this model, and quite a few challenges have popped up since then. Mainly the fit of certain parts. So I was looking at, like, for example, at this one here. So you got these two parts go on the side. Not really sure what they are or what the function is, but the back of it, the back of it there was hollowed out, and there's nothing else that goes over it or anything. So you would have seen this hole, and so I had to make a slight modification to them. So what I've done was, on the sprues, or the tree, whatever people call it, I just cut. Okay, so yeah, so cut a section of that off. Cut it as best I could. Got it in there with a load of putty, smoothed it off, and then glued it in. And now it seems to be a lot better, that. But yeah, it was an absolute. This one particular was worse than the other side. They just absolutely would not go into place at all. So I've had to go through a fair bit of putty and glue and time and patience to get them in. But they're in now. What I've been working on is so I weren't sure what to do with these, because I was thinking about using a glue stick, as I've seen somebody do that, and after nearly an hour and 3 glue sticks of trying to cut it, melt it, and bend it to my will for it to go in there, I scrapped that idea. But then I realised I've got a bottle of this sat there. So last night I taped the back of these holes, poured a bit in, and that is the result. Now, I've had one of the LEDs, put it behind it, and it shines through perfectly. And obviously it seals the hole, makes it look makes it look a lot better than just a flat hole, because obviously the light had just come, there'd be no way of diffusing it. So I think that looks a hell of a lot better. But what I'm gonna have to do, obviously, is just there as a test. So I'm gonna pull that out, and maybe, because it's still a tiny bit cloudy. I don't know if you can really see. See, the camera doesn't really show that much on the camera, but when you actually look at it, it's still a little bit cloudy. So obviously this all needs painting as well. So I'm going to pull that out and maybe do it a little bit thinner, and then maybe do 1 or 2 layers of it. But either way, micro crystal clear, definitely the way forward. So I'm going to do that for all the engines on this side. Well, I need to obviously tidy this one up, get rid of these bits of plastic in there, tidy them all up. So then that's one. Oh, that's all them engines drilled out. Unfortunately, obviously the micro crystal clear idea won't work for the let's call them wings, because obviously there's no way to tape the back of that to pour it in flat. So yeah, I'm still toying with using a bit of clear plastic for that, like this. Just try and cut it down as best I can to fit, and then yeah, get that glued in, because this is actually part of a milk bottle, and because it's kind of frosted, it really does diffuse the light from the LEDs quite a lot. It gives a good glowing effect, which is what I want, rather than just a beaming red light coming out. I've just been looking at these parts. Now these fit not that way. So these go in there. Oh, on one of the reference pictures, this side in there is almost completely open. Now to do that and diffuse it, I can't think of a way of doing that where it'd look good. And bear in mind, like, what you can actually see of it, you know, it's not a lot. Considering it's just going to be sat on a shelf as well. It's not exactly going to be played with. So what I'm thinking of doing with that is just cutting or drilling out a thin trench along the edge. So just like where, so you say, in between that line of holes and that line, just cutting that out. It's not even focusing, is it? There we go. So in between these two lines there, just maybe cutting a trench, because then I could use the micro crystal clear again then to help diffuse it, and hopefully it'll give it a nice glow across this area, which is what it looks like in the program. Obviously I'm not expecting this to be studio quality replica model, just doing it to the best I can. But yeah, that's my plan with that. I think that'll look pretty good, to be honest. On the windows, with the bridge windows, let me just get this together. If I can, there we go. So the window placement going off the decals. So this is the decal sheet. So you've got 3 and 4, and there for the bridge. There for this bit and this bit. I was thinking about taping this together, putting the decals on, and then using the decals as a marker for drilling the windows out. Now, I can just see that creating more problems than it's worth. Not to mention that drill bits aren't square, they're round, so it's going to be pretty hard to get them in there. So what I'm going to do is I've got like the tiny little drill pieces, so I'm going to find one which is about half the size of these, and then I'm just going to drill them out freehand. Plus I've got plenty of pictures, and not so much as seen it on YouTube, watched a couple of other builds of this model, and that's what they've done, and it looks fine. There's no problems with that. It looks good. So that's my plan with that. So for now, I'm just going to get these drilled out, cut out and tidied up. So I'll be back with you. Think I need a new blade though before I start cutting. This one I think has seen better days. So that's them all drilled out now. Looking good. Yeah, definitely happy with that micro crystal clear. Definitely going to be using that on all of them. That looks really good, that. So let's see if we can get this. There we go. So it's got that nice little glow through it. Or maybe we could even add a bit of colour to it, mix it up before put it in, maybe. That's an idea, that, actually. But yeah, we'll think about that. Yeah, next job, Next job, windows. So so on the next video, hopefully I'll have the windows drilled out, and I would have made up my mind as to what I'm going to do with these pieces, and they'll be installed. And then yeah, the fun job of light blocking, and then work out what we're going to do with LEDs and lighting. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.